Qala imla lahai now Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, Wa Malaki, Bahashim, Hawawat, Wakakurash, Barakathum, the water Baba Ba, Wakwam Yasharala. Double honor to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who teach us daily, to the men out there teaching the likewise doctrine and say Shalom. Today we're going to get into a video whereas Trump wants to have a birthday party. He wants to have a military parade. Now, mind you, the mayhem and torment and chaos that he has caused in America to basically make a lot of Americans, hundreds of thousands of Americans, to lose money. They're already going after the Social Security, the Medicaid, the Medicare. Inflation is rising, but your pay rate is not. And it even now you got some stories circulating about now they're attacking people's 401k. Matter of fact, one of the brothers in the camp, he said he lost seven grand. They just took it. See what I'm saying? But in the meantime, this man wants to have a $92 million military parade for his birthday. Oh, him a big child. He want to celebrate his birthday. A pagan ritual. Meanwhile, you got millions of Americans can't even make ends meet, but he want to blow $92 million. Not only does he want to blow $92 million on a bullshit parade just so people can praise his dumb ass, but the city of DC, which is where he wants to hold it, they taxing another $21 million because of the tanks. The tanks gonna tear up the streets. This man don't care. It's all about his pride, his ego. So let's go ahead and grab a video real quick and show you what I'm talking about. The name of this video is Dictatorship 101. Trump wants a $92 million military parade for his birthday while screwing those who serve. Exactly.
Hi guys, Fred Wellman, host of Online Vote Bets with breaking news out of Washington, D.C. today. And you probably expected to be around the crashing stock market, the tariffs that have gotten into effect that are causing worldwide angst and stress, or even, most importantly, those of us here at Vote Bets, is the loss of our 4 soldiers in Lithuania. But you'd be wrong. No, the breaking news out of Washington, D.C. today is Donald Trump is finally going to get his dream. He's going to have a military parade. And coincidentally enough, it's the Army's 250th birthday, June 14th, which, oddly enough, just happens to be Donald Trump's 79th birthday. So that's right, you heard it here. On June 14th, plans are in place for Donald Trump to have his military parade to celebrate his 79th birthday. Now, back to the news we would hope to talk about. 4 soldiers we lost in Lithuania last week, a tragic accident where their vehicle, an M88, flipped over in a swamp. I want to give you a taste of how the Lithuanians were sending our soldiers off just last Thursday. This is a silent video, but that's a procession of the hearses with our soldiers' bodies heading to the Capitol before they go to the airport. Yep, that's the president and military leaders and many others lining the streets for our soldiers, our own soldiers there with them. They were in Lithuania for training. And now we see them as they're being blessed before their departure. Really a beautiful ceremony in the heart of our allies. They really understand the loss of life and how tragic it was. Of course, we also know now, how did Donald Trump spend that day? Well, you know how he spent the day. Here's a little taste.
But this man cares about the United States, right? This man playing golf. He's supposed to be over there at the ceremony. They don't give a fuck about you. Wake up, America, especially you Israelites.
Yep, those are your priorities, the president and the commander-in-chief of the United States military. Now, this military parade was scuttled last time when the chairman of the Joint Chiefs and others planners managed to talk him out of it because the cost was supposed to be around $92 million. That's $92 million. And that, of course, involves bringing troops from across the country into Washington, D.C., housing them there, vehicles, tons of vehicles, talking tanks, aircraft, whatever else they want to put in this parade. He wants it all. You know, Trump got the idea after attending the Bastille Day parade in France, where he saw them marching down the streets of Paris with their vehicles. And he thought, man, we should do that in America and go after it too. Obviously, it was talked out of because in addition to the $92 million price tag for the DOD, the city of Washington, D.C. said it would cost $21.6 million for extra security, extra police, and then repairs the roads because tanks tear up the streets and will make a mess. It's hard to understand. Maybe.
See, more unneeded destruction, more wasteful spending. But what do you expect from a 30-count felon? You think he gonna be righteous to you, citizens? Are you insane?
Where Trump got the idea for things, like he mentioned the Bastille Day, but maybe, well, here's what it kind of might look like.
War against Washington and Seoul because of joint military drills between South Korea and the US and the UN condemnation of Pyongyang's February nuclear test. While it's believed North Korea has a handful of crude nuclear bombs, analysts believe the country's.
Yeah, that looks familiar, doesn't it? It'll be amazing to see all that right there in the streets of Washington, D.C. coming up. Now, this is not just in the preliminary staging. It's all it is, the preliminary stages. Washington City paper got hold of it. They talked to Arlington County officials on the Virginia side. They said they were just given a heads up last Friday, a few days ago, to find out about this. Right now, the Pentagon's being pretty mum. Mayor Bowser, of Washington, D.C., has confirmed she's not fighting them as much as he used to. And there's a whole host of political reasons for that we won't get into. But it does look that they're looking at June 14th, the Army's 250th birthday, and more importantly, Donald Trump's 79th birthday, to have a major military parade. Now, let me tell you a little inside secret, you guys. Troops hate parades, okay? There's nothing worse than standing, rehearsing, practicing drill and ceremonies. This is not.
He's right. We hated ceremonies because we had to stand there for hours and hours and hours. People legs locking up, people passing out. And they're really going to dread this because they don't respect Donald Trump. I said this over and over last week. Active military does not respect draft dodgers. They definitely do not respect a draft dodger being put over them.
Not going to be good for morale. It's not going to be good for our troops. It's certainly not going to be good for the maintenance of our equipment.
He's right. It's going to be terrible for morale because they're going to hate him even more.
And not good for our capital. And frankly, one of the reasons nobody wanted to do it last time was it looks bad. Just look at that video of North Korea. That's what it looks like. And we'd said then that we don't have to show off our strength to the world. We know how strong we are, and they know how strong we are. But it looks like it's going to go forward. But don't worry, on his way back from his golf tournament, Donald Trump was asked important questions about what's going on in the world. He had very important things to talk about, not just the stocks, not just the tariffs. And of course, our lost soldiers know. Here's what Donald Trump wrapped up the weekend with.
Are there any questions?
How was the golf tournament?
Very good, because I won. It's good to win.
See, me. And these are controlled questions. They can't ask him questions outside of the list of questions which they select questions from to ask him, because he can't be blindsided with forcing to answer a question honestly. See, this is a big baby, a big child, yet y'all trust this big baby to lead y'all to victory. Y'all crazy as hell.
You heard I won, right? Did you hear I won? Just to back it up, you were there, I won.
What's your handicap these days?
Very low. I have a very low handicap.
See, they ain't asking him political questions. They asking him bullshit. Who gives a fuck about your golf game?
Yeah, folks, it's all about priorities. Donald Trump's priorities are golfing, having fun, not worry about our troops or their equipment or their morale. We'll keep you posting the story. Again, I'm Fred Wellman, the host of Online Vote.
Okay. He's also priority of destroying this country while pretending he's on your side. That's going to be one of the last mistakes you Edomites make, trusting a traitor. Let's get some scriptures. Job chapter 9, verse 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof, not where and who is he? That's why all this unrighteousness is allowed, because Edomites are not righteous. But see, they see their unrighteousness as breathing to us. It's natural. What's the problem? They don't see anything wrong with it. Unfortunately, the Lord sees everything wrong with it, and you will be judged accordingly. Let's get this one. Job chapter 30, verse 8. They were children of fools, yeah, children of base men. They were violent in the earth. Base man is a basic man, no special powers, no nothing, just a default ass character, nothing special about you. That's how the Lord sees the Edomites. But they get down here and lie to the world like they so superior. Ain't shit superior about having white fragility. Shit superior whatsoever. Let's get another one. Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 16. Woe to thee, O land, when thy king is a child, and thy princes eat in the morning. Now, back in the ancient world, the princes, before they ate, they tended to the needs of the people. Trump is not tending to the needs of the people. He's attending to the needs of his pride and his ego. His ego needs to be fed. That's why he wants this parade. See, he is not tending to the people. He can care less. Fuck the people. It's all about his pride and his ego. And another reason why I think that he wants to have this military parade is to flex military muscle to the world, trying to flex, you know, look at the shit we got, we could destroy you. That don't mean shit. One powerful nation cannot defeat several smaller nations at the same time. That's not going to happen, especially if these smaller nations have nukes and ties to superpower nations like Iran, Russia, China. Don't give a fuck about how strong you think your military is or how strong you think your vehicles and your tech is. You never tried to fight on multiple battlefronts at the same time. That's how Rome fell. And this is Rome in the reincarnation, and it's going to go out the same way. A coordinated attack from multiple nations. Let's see you defend yourself against that. Let's go to Book of Sirach. We're going chapter 9. Book of Sirach, chapter 9, verse 18. A man of an ill tongue is dangerous in this city, and he that is rash in his talk shall be hated. You should have heard, I know y'all done heard how this man been talking to these other nations. No respect. And they're supposed to just bow down. No. Like I said in the last video, these other nations are seeing what you are doing to America. You think they want you ruling over them? No, they will take you to war first. And that's exactly what's about to happen. Chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. What else we got? Let's go. Where's that 10 and 8? Yep, Sirach chapter 10, verse 8, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches gotten by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. That's how they got this kingdom, and that's how they're going to lose it. Now, let's go to Isaiah. Chapter 19, verse 4. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts. That's cruel as hell. To steal people's benefits that they work for their whole lives. You're just gonna throw yourself a $92 million parade to celebrate, to feed your ego? Unfit to rule. Unfit to rule. So to Sirach chapter 13, verse 23. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he saith. They extol it to the clouds. But if a poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him. Just because this man rich and he's standing in front of a podium lying to you, y'all, for some reason, y'all don't think a man can stand up behind a podium and lie. That's unheard of. No. Every time this man get behind a podium, every time this man opens his mouth, lies. Speaking of lies, go to Psalms 58. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. See what else I got. Chapter 16, Proverbs. Verse 28. A froward man soweth strife, and a whisperer separateth chief friends. Exactly. All this man does is stir up strife. Froward means difficult to get along with. Let's keep going. Chapter 17. Verse 19. He loveth transgression that loveth strife, and he that exalteth his gate seeketh destruction. He loved transgression and strife. What is strife? Strife is causing friction between two people or two nations or whatsoever. Tension. He loves producing that. Donald Trump is so against unity. He loves division. Always lying on this person. I mean, Esau goes, he takes lies above and beyond. This man lies on nations. Strife. Tension. That's what he loves. Verse 20, he that have a froward mouth, he that have a froward heart findeth no good, and he that have a perverse tongue falleth into mischief. That's Trump all day. Froward heart. Difficult to get along with. A froward heart refers to in the scripture a froward mind. He can't get along with nobody. That's why everybody coming against him. This is one of the most forwardest men I've ever seen. I tell you what, when's the last time he said something that brought people together? I haven't heard it. Proverbs chapter 20, verse 3. It is an honor for a man to cease from strife, but every fool will be meddling. DT. This man then destroyed years and years and years of work building foreign relations with other nations. He destroyed that in months. Let's go to chapter 28. Proverbs chapter 28, verse 25. He that is of a proud heart stirreth up strife, and he that putteth his trust in the Lord shall be made fat. Verse 26. He that trusteth in his own heart is a fool, but whosoever walketh wisely, he shall be delivered. Verse 27, he that giveth unto the poor shall not lack. He ain't giving shit to the poor. He's stealing from the poor, but he that hideth his eyes shall have many a curse. Yeah. You pretend like everybody doing good when you fucking people over on purpose without acknowledging it, trying to play it off like the economy doing good. Man, stop. That's why it's going to be a pleasure. Yahweh Ratazar, we have that number to watch other Edomites beat the shit out these elites. Let's go to where it is. Chapter 29. Yep. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 22. An angry man stirreth up strife, and a furious man aboundeth in transgression. That's Trump. Verse 23, a man's pride shall bring him low, but honor shall uphold the humble in spirit. This man is not humble. Verse 24, whoso is partnered with a thief hateth his own soul. He heareth cursing and bewrayeth it not. Yeah, he partnered up with a bunch of thieves, them small hats. Verse 27, an unjust man is an abomination to the just, and he that is upright in the way is an abomination to the wicked. That's why Israelites and Edomites can't stand each other. The Lord put that enmity between us. Now let's go here. Book of Philippians chapter 2, verse 3. Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory. Is this military parade for vainglory? Yes. But in lowliness of mind, let each esteem other better than themselves. He's not built for that. He's not built to put somebody else before him, unfit to rule. Go here. This is the book of James, chapter 3, verse 16. For what envying and strife is, there is confusion and of every evil work. Confusion and strife. This man spews confusion and strife daily. He try to confuse you with his lies, and strife. What is strife? Strife is tension between people. He keeps that in the air because he hates unity. He don't want the people to be unified, because if the people are unified, they will see through his bullshit and call him out, instead of having y'all arguing over shit like pronouns. Go here. Psalm chapter 55, verse 20. He had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He has broken his covenant. He did that with every allied nation that the United States had. Like I said, only took 2 months to destroy years that it took to build foreign relations among these allied nations. Verse 21. And this is how he got y'all to believe his bullshit. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart, see? Telling you to be patient while they steal your money. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. That should give you an indication of what kind of kingdom you in. Because ain't nobody rejoicing right now. Verse 12, if a ruler hearkens to lies, all his servants are wicked. Check out the last video I just posted about how your president and the government of the United States is a coup, and your president has been compromised to destroy you. It's like we said at camp this past Saturday. The Lord did not send Trump for you Edomites. The Lord sent Trump for the Israelites, because the Lord wants America destroyed. And Trump is just the guy to do it. Think about it. If the Lord wanted America to go on, he wouldn't have put Trump in office. He put Trump in office to destroy this bitch. So yeah, he sent Trump for our sakes. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 15, the simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well toward his going. Yo, the simple believeth every word. The simple believe that Trump is on their side. Trump is only on your side if you got more money than him. That's when he'll kiss your ass. Other than that, you ain't got no bread, he don't give a fuck about you. I think you Edomite Americans need to accept that. Verse 16, a wise man feareth and departeth from evil, but the fool rageth and is confident. That's Trump right there. He thinks that he is some type of king. No, you're not a king, bro, because there's not a drop of royal blood in you. What you are is a lying-ass thief and a felon. Verse 17, he that is soon angry dealeth foolishly, and the man of wicked devices is hated. All these executive orders, yeah, those are wicked devices. Especially if it's to their benefit and to your detriment if you're an Israelite. Yeah, he's trying to get at you indirectly. Because he knows that the effects of his executive orders are going to trickle down to you eventually. Get a couple more and close. Book of Obadiah. Verse 2, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. That's why don't no nation want Trump ruling over them, not even this one. Verse 3, the pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Who that sound like? DT? Yep. Verse 4, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence I will bring thee down, saith the Lord. And he's in the process of doing that right now. Matter of fact, let's get some future prophecies on what's about to happen to these people, especially you Edomites. Oh, here's a good one. Verse 10. Oh, shit. Verse 9. And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. That's fair. Verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Verse 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. Verse 17. But upon Mount Zion, you Israelites, shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions, everything you ever stole. You about to run that and then some. Verse 18, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it. And it can't come quick enough. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 11. We close on this one. A fool uttereth all his mind, but a wise man keepeth it in till afterwards. It's no coincidence that Trump, everything this man thinks of, he tweeting it. That's why they had to shut down his Twitter account in season 1 when he was president. And this ain't no different. It's not. Because this man, he tried to sign an executive order to stop judges from stopping his executive orders. Is that not a child? Yeah. And something else that he can't even enforce this, which is the stupidest thing this man ever come up with to date. This man wants to force illegal drug dealers that's bringing in illegal drugs from other countries to pay tariffs. How you going to enforce that? And my man Farron Cousins, he made a good point. He's like, it's not like the drug dealer's going to be like, well, I want to claim X amount of pounds because I don't want to break the law while I'm smuggling illegal drugs into your country illegally. Fucking idiot. How you can't even enforce that shit? But once again, look who we dealing with. Let me get close on that one. Here we go. Book of Job, chapter 30, verse 8. They were children of fools. Yeah, children of base men. They were violent in the earth. Call Loyim Lala, Hayanawa Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, Wa Malaki Yaba, Bahashim, Harawat, Wakakwarash, Barakatham, the water Bible Bawa Kwam Yashrala. Shalom.